Have you ever felt like you're constantly at war with the world, fighting expectations, dodging guilt, explaining yourself over and over? We live in a world that equates loudness with strength, constant availability with love, and instant reaction with relevance. But what if that idea is completely backward? What if your greatest power is peace? Not passive silence, not indifference, but deep, conscious, sovereign peace. Because when you choose peace, everything changes. Since childhood, you were likely taught to be nice, be helpful, be available, answer the call, say yes, don't disappoint. And slowly you started to believe that your worth depended on how quickly you could respond to others' needs. But here's the harsh truth. Being constantly available is not kindness. It's emotional self-neglect. And the world doesn't reward it. It exploits it. Every message answered immediately. Every yes that should have been a no is one step further from your own center. And soon you forget what peace even feels like. Carl Jung described the psyche as an energy system. And every time you react impulsively and every time you justify yourself unnecessarily, you're spending that energy. Think about it. You spend hours thinking about what you should have said. You stay up at night replaying arguments. You respond to people who drain you just to keep the peace. But it's not peace you're keeping, it's a performance you're trapped in. And that performance has a cost. Your mental clarity, your emotional freedom, your vitality. The Stoics knew the value of stillness. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. When someone offends you, you don't have to react. When you're ignored, you don't have to chase. When you're misunderstood, you don't have to explain. Every time you resist that urge to react, you're choosing sovereignty. You're stepping out of the emotional chessboard that others keep you trapped on." Why do we feel the need to respond to everything? To justify, explain, clarify, defend? Because at our core, many of us fear being misunderstood. We fear rejection. We crave validation. And society reinforces that fear. We're conditioned to think silence is weakness, that saying no is selfish, that prioritizing our inner world is irresponsible. But here's the paradox. The more reactive you are, the easier you are to control. And manipulators know that. They push your buttons and watch you dance. There is a kind of silence that is not absence but presence, not weakness but control. This is conscious silence, the kind that unnerves those who thrive on your reactions. It is the silence of someone who has nothing to prove, someone who refuses to leak their energy trying to be understood by those committed to misunderstanding them. When you choose this silence, you stop being a pawn. You become a mystery. And mysteries are powerful. You stop being emotionally predictable. And that disrupts the dynamics of control. When you choose peace over reaction, your relationships change. Some people will drift away, others will try to provoke you harder. Why? Because your silence takes away their script. They don't know how to relate to someone who no longer dances on command. But this is where true connection is born. When you stop being useful and start being authentic, you see who stays. You begin attracting people who respect your boundaries, your stillness, your energy. Withdrawal is not escape, it is redirection. You are not running from the world, you are returning to your center. In Stoicism, there's a principle: live according to nature. And nature doesn't rush, nature doesn't explain, it just is. When you withdraw, when you stop explaining, when you reclaim your time and energy, you become more aligned with your true nature. And in that alignment, you find peace. And in that peace, you find power. So ask yourself, are you reacting or are you choosing? Are you performing or are you at peace? If this message spoke to something deep within you, comment below. I choose peace. Subscribe for more grounded wisdom every week, because true transformation starts from the inside, in silence, in stillness, and in strength. Your peace is your power. Guard it.